Well, that certainly was an uneventful game. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Sensitive Media. And today we're going to come this afternoon, second game of the doubleheader between the Phillies and the New York Mets. As the Phillies lose 6-1 to the Mets as they drop the second game of this doubleheader as they settle with a split here in the doubleheader, but they lose the series 2 out of 3. Guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please share engagement bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. This video is also brought to you by All Things Phillies. All Things Phillies provides you daily video highlights from the game. So please go and subscribe to his channel. Link in the description section. This was a lifeless performance out of his Phillies team. We scored 3 runs in the first game off of Max Scherzer, which was great. But other than that, I mean, of course, we got the Gene Segura home run. There's a 100th career home run. Other than that, there really wasn't anything, to write home about within these 2 games on the offensive side. I mean, the first game was just won just because of how good our pitching staff was, and our pitching staff was terrible here in the second game of the doubleheader, and honestly, I didn't really think it'd be very good going in. And what did I say at the end of the first game, recap? I don't really like our chances going in the second game, and sure enough, I was right. I mean, we split the doubleheader. I did not think we would sweep this doubleheader. Honestly, I thought we were going to get swept out of this doubleheader. I did not think we even win the first game, but we were able to, pull that out. The win definitely helped us with that Lindor home run, but a win is a win right there. I mean, we still played, a solid baseball game in the first game of doubleheader, but this was abysmal. This was just bad. I mean, this was just bad. Not a fun game to watch at all. Not a fun game to watch at all. I mean, Pete Alonso continues to just absolutely kill us. And it was nice to see the Met killer Gene Segura, hit his 100th career home run. But Chris Sanchez wasn't good today. I mean, who said it? Right, I mean, I'm not saying that anybody said he was going to be good today, but I pretty much said that when I'm like, yeah, I don't really like our chances going into this one. The big blows by Pete Alonso definitely didn't really help us in this game. Bryce Harper continuing to be overly aggressive. He had a great first game of doubleheader, had a great night on Thursday night, and this just wasn't a good second game of doubleheader for him. A disappointing follow-up. We end up, setting with this doubleheader split, but we lose 2 out of 3 to the Mets. As the Mets are the first team to 20 wins. My response to that, listen, I mean, this is game 28. So we've got a long way to go. I mean, I guess good for them. I mean, a lot of the games have come against the Phillies, and they've really beat up on the Phillies. They've done a good job beating up on the bad teams, but, let's see how they do against teams like the Dodgers. Let's see how they do against teams like the San Diego Padres. I'm not saying that as a taunt. I'm just saying that, from a test standpoint. I mean, to really see how good they are. I definitely think they're a good team over there. They have a capable roster, but let's see how they hold up. Let's just see how they hold up, because the Mets have statistically always started out hot like this. They've always, come out, really swinging. Last year, right? Last year, everybody thought, oh, the Mets, the Braves are just like they are now last year. Below 500, floating around 500, and they ended up, coming back and, taking that division. The Phillies were in there for a little while. The Mets ended up collapsing. 2007, the same thing happened. This Mets team, I mean, who knows? They've been statistically, they always have seemed to kind of, lose it, around August or so. So, let's see how they do. I mean, things could change. If you're a Met fan, I mean, who knows? Who knows? As they pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning, Pete Alonso homers on a fly ball to left field. A 2-run shot also scores Francisco Lindor, and it's 2-0 New York here in the first. It didn't start off very good early, right? I mean, going against Chris Sanchez, who just got recalled, honestly, I'm just not impressed with that. This is when it really, really hurts not to have Zach Eflin. I'm telling you, I mean, I understand he wasn't good his last start against the Mets up at Citi Field, but I mean, it's better than Chris Sanchez. It's better than Chris Sanchez. Alonso 6th of the year, 2-0 New York. They pick it up here in the bottom of the second inning. Gene Segura is starting to heat up a little bit as he homers on a fly ball the other way to right field. His 3rd of the season, his 100th career home run. So a little milestone for Gene, right? I mean, Gene Segura, not a power hitter. His 100 career home runs now for him. So congratulations to Gene Segura on that accomplishment. I mean, not anything, spectacular, but I mean, hey, it's not bad for a guy like Gene Segura. Doesn't really hit the ball at the ballpark too much. So a 2-1 ball game. Gene with the solo shot. Here in the top of the 5th as Pete Alonso unloads on a deep fly ball to left field, way back there, way back there. A 3-run shot also scores Brandon Nimmo and Mark Canha, his 7th of the season, 2nd of the game, and it's now a 5-1 New York lead. So that ball was just absolutely crushed. So he unloaded on that one. So Pete Alonso just continues to kill this Phillies team. So another home run that came off of Nick Nelson. So a 5-1 Mets lead. Now we pick it up here in the top of the sixth inning. Andrew Bellotti on the mound as he throws a wild pitch. And J.D. Davis comes around to score from third. And it's now a 6-1 ball game. So that was kind of a fitting way for the Mets to score their final run of the ball game on that wild pitch by Andrew Bellotti. So that'd be your final. 6-1, Mets win. Did not really think the Phillies had much chance going into this one, as I said in the first game recap of the doubleheader. Kind of shorter out. Leos Pet collects another knock as he gets his damage down up to 211. 792 OPS. OPS almost sets at 800, and he's hitting in the low 200s. I mean, so what does that tell you? I mean, this guy's getting on base. He's still, working good at bats. So that's just amazing. That is just amazing. And Alec Bohm out of the two-hole collects another knock here in the second game of the doubleheader. Bryce Harper, a rough hitless performance in the second game of the doubleheader as he went down on strikes twice. I mean, 6 walks on the year. 6 walks on the year. It's amazing he has a 794 OPS though still. But wow, I mean, this is just because he's a doubles machine. 6 home runs on the year so far. But the walks are just not there. They're just not there. I don't understand it. I mean, he's not walking at all. So we need to see him get on base more. I mean, he swung up all 4 today. He was in a 3-1 count. He, had to pitch up and away. I mean, it was pretty much borderline, but he's up and away, hacking at it, trying to pull the baseball when he should be. Yeah, if you're going to swing that pitch, try to take it the other way. He's like trying to pull it and doing things he shouldn't be doing. Nick Castellanos, who went hitless in the first game of the doubleheader, collects a knock in the second game. And Rhys Hoskins, I mean, that ball would have been out. I mean, that deep fly ball he hit out to right field. Unfortunately, staying in the ballpark. He's able to get the second on that one for the double. Rhys Hoskins was not the only guy affected by the win today. Gene Segura, I mean, our best offensive player in the second game of the doubleheader. I mean, 2 hits, the home run. So that's your Phillies House of Media offensive player of the game. He also draws a walk, and he's heating up. I mean, he kills the Mets. He kills the Mets. I love it. I just love it. And Bryson Stott delivered the RBI single the other way in the first game, goes hitless in the second game, and Garrett Stubbs gets to start behind home plate. Chibuito, I mean, deservingly didn't start the second game, of course. I mean, I don't think he's going to be catching, 18 innings back there. I mean, in one day. I mean, that's quite the task. I think we all knew that. I mean, it's pretty much a given. And Roman Quinn gets to start out in center and goes to this. I mean, better than Matt Viering out there. Can we say? I mean, he made a great catch. Deep fly ball to his hit out there, and his speed is just amazing. He really is. I mean, the guy can run like anything. He covers great ground out there. Unfortunately, he just is not good at the plate. But it is what it is. Chris Sanchez, 2 1/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 2 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So this is why that guy was ups and down when the roster went from 28 to 26. He didn't make the cut, just simply because he's just not that very good. So it's really not a bit of a surprise as Nick Nelson gets smacked with 3 earned on the Pete Alonso deep home run to left field. That ball was absolutely tattooed. My goodness gracious, way back there. And Andrew Bellotti with the wild pitch as he gets charged with an earned run, but he manages to strike out 3 in that inning. And Connor Brogdon kind of working himself into a little bit of a jam there. Rhys Hoskins, not very good defense. I mean, mishandling ball by Francisco Lindor. Also in this game, other than that deep fly ball he hit out the other way out to right field. I mean, first of all, I do like that out of Rhys. I mean, Rhys Hoskins pulls the baseball too much. It was nice to see him go the other way. But other than that, I mean, not very good defense today for Rhys. He's just not producing. This is amazing. His OPS sits at 638. It's still, a lot better than some other guys. Of course, that OPS is just not very good. I mean, it's not good at all. I mean, 638 OPS, but they had a list. I mean, he's better than some big names out there. It's hard to believe. A lot of people are struggling. He's not the only one, not to make excuses for him. Connor Brogdon able to get out of that, and Brad Hand, with a nice, solid top of the 8th inning right there, striking out 2, and James Norwood, does he redeem himself? I mean, it was nice to see him go out there in that top of the 9th inning and get the job done, striking out 1. Unfortunately, this didn't matter in this game. It was nice to see James Norwood kind of, I don't know. It just, the last memory we had of him was on Thursday night, so it was kind of nice to see. It was going to remind me of Corey Knebel in Game 1 of this doubleheader, right? I mean, he comes and slams the door, and it would have been great if we could have brought in James Norwood to slam the door right there. Of course, we were, down 6-1 at that time. Definitely a frustrating loss here in Game 2, but surprising, not really. As I talked about, I did not think we'd win the second game of doubleheader. I just didn't. And if we had Zach Beffin going on the mound, I'd say maybe. Even that. I mean, it's really hard to sweep a doubleheader, especially when you have Chris Sanchez starting for you, in the opener. So the Phillies open up a crucial 7-game road trip out the West Coast as we head out to Seattle. I have not been out there since 2017, so it's been quite some time. I mean, remember, we saw Gene Segura out there, a former member of the Mariners, as he's going to be making his return to Seattle. Ranger Suarez 2-1 with a 4.63 ERA. I was at the game he last pitched. Flexen on the mound for Seattle 1-4 with a 3.10 ERA. Second game 9.40 as well. Aaron Nola 1-3 with a 3.38 ERA to continue to build off of his recent success. And Ray on the mound for Seattle 2-3 with a 4.38 ERA. Wednesday finale game 3:40. The first pitch to be determined for the Phillies after Zach Wheeler also lands on the virus-related IL, which is really just a big bummer, as his counterpart Zach Eflin also did as well. Gilbert on the mound for Seattle, 4-0. They 1.36 ERA, so that's definitely going to be a tough one there. And of course, when we head down south, we're out there on the West Coast, and we head down south and we play the Los Angeles Dodgers. So that is going to be a very, very tough team as we go out there and face a Philly killer, Freddie Freeman. At least he's not in our division anymore. We can be thankful about that. I'm tired of losing to this Mets team. I'll say it. I mean, we should have won on Thursday. We should have won this series. We could have easily won the series, without a doubt. I mean, that game on Thursday night goes without saying should have been easily won, and it just wasn't. Those kind of losses, I forgot to mention in that video, when you go take a look back at game 162, later in September, not even game 162, you look back and say, hey, remember that loss on May 5th against the New York Mets when we were up 7-0 at one point and ended up losing 8-7? Allowed the Mets to have a 7-run top of the ninth inning. Those kind of losses really hurt. When they happen, they really hurt at the end of the year. You got to win those kind of games. It goes without saying, you have to win those kind of games. And that still kind of stings. So another serious loss to this New York Mets team. As they're, playing very good baseball. I have to give it to them. They're playing very good baseball. Let's see how they do from here on out. Of course, they have another easy opponent to face in the Washington Nationals as they head down to D.C. You can't say things are going to get any harder for that New York Met team. So that's definitely a disappointment. Of course, we'll be rooting for those Nationals in that series, to help us out in the standings. The Nationals, heading into that Mets series on Tuesday, with a series loss to Los Angeles Angels, as former Washington National Anthony Rendon hit a walk-off single against them this afternoon to give the Angels the win. All right, so it was weird. Anthony Rendon going against his former squad, the Washington Nationals, the team he won the World Series with in 2019. Injuries, he was great in 2020. Last year was this injury early. He's definitely got off to a rough start so far this year, but hopefully for him, this is kind of his start to kind of get better. Jorge Alfaro going against his former squad in the Miami Marlins, down 2-0, a pinch hit, 3-run home run to get the Dodgers a 3-2 win over the Miami Marlins as they walk them off. So Jorge Alfaro, former Miami Marlin, now at the San Diego Padres with a big win there, and the Atlanta Braves smack all over the Milwaukee Brewers by a final score of 9-2, as the Braves are now 14-16. So as I said, I mean, this is not gung ho. Mets are going to win this division. I mean, this is not at all. I mean, the Phillies are still in this. The Braves are still in this. And the Marlins are not. They're 2 games below 500, but they're starting to settle back down to earth. I mean, they almost won today though, but still, I mean, they're going to drop down to 4th place. The Phillies are going to be in 3rd, at least for a little while. The Braves 6 back from the Mets. The Phillies 7 back from the Mets. Marlins 6 back. And the Nationals find themselves just 10 games back in this Seattle Mariners series. Hopefully the bats show up. I mean, first of all, we're playing on the road. Secondly, we're going out in the West Coast, a place we do not play well. I would love to take 2 out of 3. I love to take 2 out of 3, but I just don't know how realistic it is. Heading into that Dodgers series, hopefully we just win 1. I mean, hopefully. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media, link description section at Phillies Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Beyonce Media. Card text 267-225-3392. Email me, philliesmedia@gmail.com. Do not forget about the Phillies outline. So the Phillies split the doubleheader against the New York Mets today, as they're probably on the plane right now, heading out to Seattle, Washington, to face those Seattle Mariners. So I'm looking forward. I never recapped the game against the Mariners. I mean, of course, I've had a couple exciting games I haven't done this year. I mean, never recapped the game against the Rangers. Did that. Never recapped the game against the A's. I have done that. So coming up in June, I will do the Angels. So I'm just about to do every single team. I'm really looking forward to that. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phillies. I'll see you guys.